Hello everybody and welcome back to the Library of Ruina. Alrighty, so in this episode we are going to be doing a couple receptions, and they're pretty big ones, so I'm not going to waste any more time. However, I did want to say the next episode is most likely going to be a revisitation of a certain colossal, I think, 4-part mod, just to clean up all the stuff that we missed on the first go around. You probably know what I'm talking about. And then the episode after that, I was thinking of revisiting another mod that we technically never finished. That's a plan right now. We'll see if it changes. But we're gonna open up with... What a surprise, Tifferith. Didn't expect that. Oh boy. Oh boy, here we go. Welcome back.
Oh boy. Every time I do it, I have to do the same warm-up.
Tifferith on helium, oh my god.
I've been waiting for you. Alright, yeah, that's about as close as I'm gonna get, I think.
Yes, I already know. So, why exactly have you called me?
Alright, so I think one of the abnormalities has been acting a bit weird since, Roland was corroded last time.
Acting a bit weird. Which one?
The magical girl of love. She's always been a weird one, but it's gotten worse lately. Her influence is getting stronger and stronger, and she even keeps interfering during battles.
The Queen of Hatred, that is.
Oh yeah, that one. The Queen of Hatred is a bit strange.
Huh. I've told you, Tifferith. When you carry the will of the abnormality, you have to be able to deal with some noise, right? It's always been that way.
No, I know that. The noise is louder than before. Thanks to that, the mental burden has increased. It's like in the days of Lobotomy Corporation, but different.
Is that so?
Oh, yeah. That happened once, didn't it?
Yee, rusty Tifferith voice. Oh, hello. I have to give a voice to the Queen of Hatred. I never thought I'd get this far. Oh boy, what does she sound like? Better question. How long is she going to be talking? Okay, I have an idea for her voice, but it's not gonna be pretty, so brace yourselves.
So it won't work this time either. How could it not work? I could be a good fixer too.
That's...
You're saying no.
Yeah, sorry. It's very difficult to get permission.
You know what?
Listen. The world is perfectly divided into two. Good and evil. So no matter how evil a villain appears, peace is always brought by a hero who appears
out of nowhere. But why won't you let me go?
Me, who was born to keep the world at peace. You know there's a lot of villains in that city. Can't you hear the people suffering?
Look here now. Nothing. There's no villains. There's no heroes.
And there's no you guys. There's only me. Alone. You don't have to think too deeply about it. You're already doing your part well enough. Just today, didn't you feed a villain with us?
Right. I felt it last time, too.
But it's not enough to fight just here.
There are a lot of villains in the city who oppress people. If I could just get out of here.
I could defeat even more villains!
What do you think?
Well, I'm helping you out like this, but I'm still just an assistant. The time.
You have to go, right? Can you ask for me again next time? I'm sure I can be a good fixer.
Sure. I will. Goodbye then.
Hey! Please stop whining about such trivial heroism! You're not even fighting right now! No, you're not even fighting at all! I don't know about you, but I can't stand insulting my mission. Do not speak ill of me. My mission is not about heroism. Defeating villains
It's the reason I exist! And who I am!
I understand, but please shut up and get out of my head. Is that so hard? I just want to live on. Someone being a villain or a jerk is none of my business. I don't even understand why Tiffany would be so kind to someone like you. What the... did she find in you anyway? You may not understand, but I am...
The magical girl of love with a mission to save everyone!
It's also clear that there are many people out there who need my help. Hey, you! Oh, let's not talk about it. It's my fault for trying to talk to that monster. Two at the top.
How did he talk? No, you know what?
Two at the railing on the roof of a building. Shout out the name of the person you dislike, then jump off. The height of the building does not matter.
Feels like my body's melting. That's just an illusion. What an evil villain! It was a good thing I had burned it with a laser earlier. It could have been really dangerous. Cheer up. We have to stop this attack.
That's right. No matter what happens, I will protect everyone!
Hey, are you okay? You're acting a little strange today. Get your head straight and focus. I gave you the set of pages from the Queen of Hatred.
Love and justice will never be lost!
No, what the?
Don't worry, I'm...
Just helping out a little. I don't hear the voices today, so I'm in good shape. Let's defeat the villain and get outside together.
Oh, you really?
To consume 8 crabs stored at room temperature and ripe persimmon at once.
Dang, what the heck was that? Hey, let's get this over with. Their voices are changing like crazy.
I'm glad that her intentions are good, but I can't help but feel uneasy. She was like that in the Lobotomy Corporation days, and even now it's hard to predict how she'll act. We can't afford not to have her help us, but we don't really have a way to get her out into the city yet. I've never seen her act like this before. Did she sense something from Roland? Or did something change while entertaining guests?
You weren't just being too pushy, were you?
No, that's...
I was merely joking. You have to get their recognition to help from an... Wait, hang on. Let me try that again. I was merely joking. You have to get their recognition to get help from an abnormality. So I guess it couldn't be helped.
Do you have a good solution?
No.
Huh?
Still, there is one method worth trying. According to Lobotomy Corporation records, the Queen of Hatred once complained of hearing voices while in a state of hysteria. Don't you think it's similar to the symptoms of distortion or ego that guests are experiencing? It's a different kind of voice, of course, but it's enough to make the connection.
Well, I mean, that part is similar, although it's a bit of a stretch.
Well, the intention behind this is to allow her to fully express her emotions through combat.
Just like we did before? But does that even make sense? Ansel, you know what fighting an abnormality again would... Blah. You know that fighting an abnormality again would be nothing more than a recap of the first fight.
That could be said about a lot of mods, but it's still entertaining nonetheless. After all, we're on part 90-something.
The Queen of Hatred will probably be the same as before. And I think there will be a limit to how much her emotions can be heightened.
Yes, usually. But what if we made her a guest of the library?
What?
We have gathered enough light to make her materialized, if only for a moment. Like I said, if she succeeds in getting her feelings out there, she'll have no choice but to face the truth, no matter what the outcome. Then the power of the abnormality will diminish. After that, if you try to appease and persuade her, she'll return to her original state. At least from what I've seen, there hasn't been a single abnormality that deviated from the established behavioral patterns.
Wait. What if the Queen of Hatred wins? She'll take all the light we've collected and unleash the abnormalities. Weren't you also trying to gather the scattered light? That's why we made a deal back then. The city is already a mess, and if that shows up there too...
Tifrith, I think there was a misunderstanding when I called her a guest. No, I shouldn't say it here. They will hear. Don't worry too much. The promise of collecting 7 days' worth of light will never be broken. How about we move to a different floor to talk about the details?
I understand. Let's go and finish the talk.
Wow, you really are gonna do this.
Yes, I have finally succeeded in materializing her, but only within the confines of the library. Only the one true book will tell me how to make her fully tangible.
So, if the Queen of Hatred wins, are you really gonna let her out? And to top it all off, you're gonna give her a book. That's really sincere.
Of course not. Again, Roland, I don't care about the value or beauty of abnormalities. Whether the Queen of Hatred wins or loses, she won't get what she wants. And even if she wins, there's no way she can leave the library. She's not a human in the first place. Besides, it's not like it's possible to lose in our current state. I mean, we even have an arbiter and several colors.
True! So you're just going to exploit her?
Why do you think it's exploitation? A mere curiosity about the closest thing to humanity, full of love and hate, and yet not quite human. For the sake of the one true book, it's better to stay put for the time being.
Oh my, what a pitiful life the abnormalities have. Can't live, can't die, only can be used. Ugh. If I'm born as an abnormality in my next life, I'll stay far away from L-Corp's nest.
What do you mean, Roland? I feel sorry for the abnormalities that have been abandoned by him. And the abnormalities weren't just dragged from around L-Corp's nest.
Oh, that's awful.
And isn't it a better environment for them than being locked in a containment room? They can create whatever they want within their own books.
Well, I don't know. I've heard something else.
From the patron librarians.
Yeah, if you really felt sorry for the abnormalities, you wouldn't have let the Queen of Hatred and Fairy Festival alone. Well, thanks to that, they're able to live up to their names, for better or worse.
I've seen countless employees torn apart and crushed by those monsters. I can't be bothered with their stories. My million years of suffering won't allow it. I'm just trying to maintain a modicum of courtesy as a fellow castaway. If I could just find the one true book, I wouldn't want to bother with such etiquette anymore.
Yeah, you're right. You don't have to worry about other people's problems. Like I said, the only pain a person really cares about is the pain they're carrying.
Get ready for the reception. We'll be starting soon.
Oh boy.
This is odd. And I'm not sure how to feel about this. Okay, give me a second. Her voice is as taxing as Tifrith's is. Well, half of it.
It's been a really long time since I felt this way. I don't even hear the voices.
I feel so great. I need to get out quickly. Where is the exit?
Ha! Nice to meet you. I am the magical girl of love.
Likewise, I am Angela, the director and librarian of my role's namesake. By the way, if you're wondering why Angela is especially robotic, I'm assuming that this is quote earlier in the story, so she's less human-like, if that makes sense. You said you wanted to get out into the city, right? I'm sure you've seen some things here, so I'll give you a brief explanation. The Lobotomy Corporation book contains information about how you got here. Of course, it also contains information on how to get out. But we will also fight you to keep the book. If we lose this battle, the book will be...
Excuse me, but can you just let me go? There are so many
People who need my help. I can't waste my time here.
It's hard to keep up with you. Do you even know who reconstructed your body and who you're talking to? You were an abnormality to begin with, and your name is the Queen of Hatred. I guess you didn't even listen to what the librarian said.
Yeah, some called me that. Some were wary. But that's okay. If I go out and help the people of the city, I'll get my name back.
Alright, that's beyond disgusting. I have materialized you to prevent you from causing any more inconvenience, not for some other lesser reason. Don't you ever think about the people who died just for your peace?
You do not know the life of the chosen ones. Whether people have been treated unkindly, whether there are citizens in danger, whether evil villains have been left behind.
Whether I need to shake off the voices and whisper incessantly. Every moment of my life
Every move I make.
is a test. I can't count the number of times I've been on edge.
Afraid I'd miss one of them. But I don't regret it, because spreading love in the world is my mission.
And my reason for living. It's not for ordinary people like you to criticize so carelessly.
Such a big talker. When I think of the pain I've suffered because of people like you, I want to throw you back in the book. But I'm glad I have a lot of patience. I don't know what you got out of Tifrith and Roland, but it's clear that you're still playing the pathetic hero. You don't seem to care how many employees have died in the course of this game. That's a little... died in the course of their lifetime? Sand? I didn't realize there were more beings out there who would trample over others in their own selfish definition of for the good of others. Well done, the Queen of Hatred.
But if people suffer because of my inaction, that's my fault too.
That girl believes that despite everything, I still love justice. I saw the hatred in the eyes of that man. The empty pain he suffered at the hands
Of the city's villains, losing the courage to even resist.
It is evil to witness suffering and do nothing.
Evil! Okay, you know what?
And I, myself, have a duty to prevent myself from being tainted by evil. I have to get out.
Because that's why I exist.
Do as you please. Dang, not even gonna say welcome in. Oh boy, here we go. Ineffective to all stagger and 250 health. Cliche. Once upon a time, a very long time ago, there was a magical girl who had 3 friends who were like family to her. Justice, question mark. If currently at Floor of Natural Sciences, abnormality pages of the Queen of Hatred will not appear. Every 2 scenes, use a special combat page that marks the target. Mark target has all of their resistances set to weak, and the Queen of Hatred will prioritize them for this scene. And Arcana Slave. Every 4 scenes, use a mass attack page that targets all librarians. Alright. Oops. Let's do boop boop. Tifrith, Amaterasu, and Sosa. You shall be the ones who come. Lily will not be joining this fight because she is using the Queen of Hatred's deck. And with love, in the name of justice, and in the name of justice again. Of love and justice, excuse me. So this seems like regular Queen of Hatred so far, I think. Although it's been a long time since I did her impression. Regardless, begin.
You better not stop me.
Let's see, Nightmare and Oblivion. Okay, that's both from Soul Saw. Okay, boop boop. Okay, let's see. So this should be the easy part of the reception. We do not get to use the Queen of Hatred stuff. Arcana Beats is going to hit us ridiculously hard. Maybe we can counter it with something? Doesn't seem like that's going to happen. We don't want you getting one-sided attacks, so I'm just going to go for double horizontal cuts. Then this is ranged, so I'm going to go for Augury Kick. And we'll just deal with the consequences later. I'm also going to go for Requiem. Okay, Augury Kick does allow us to get through. Horizontal Cut also works out quite well. Plenty of damage being done for the cost reduction. Wielding Scythe only gets a single attack through. We managed to clash the mark, and we're doing some pretty good damage so far. We are going to ignore Benevolent Devotion because that is the magical girl of love, so we're going to go for Knight's Protection. We'll also go for Despair because it makes the most sense, IMO. After all, if you cannot win against the villain or hero, you are filled with despair. Okay, let's see. I'm going to go for Angel's Light. That will set us back to max. And then I'm going to go for Spirit Descent because it has a moderately good chance to win. Then I'm going to go for Vertical Slash twice. And we can go for Opening Ceremony as well as Backstreet Determination. Okay, very good. I mean, so far we're doing pretty good. She is definitely not getting through all of our stuff. Okay, she does have one leftover block die, which we get through near immediately. Vertical Slash is doing plenty of damage to give us that cost reduction. Oh man, Disappointment itself would make a whole lot of sense, but we already started with, yeah, we already started with Knight's Protection, so I'm just gonna keep it going. Oh, interesting, we only have 2. I'm gonna go with Blessing on Tifrith, just to keep her extra safe. Not to mention, we're already basically doing a, a Despair Knight build, so hey, may as well keep it going. She's already at emotion level 5, despite everything. I want to stop her with Tifrith, I think, so we're gonna go for Arcana Break, because that has the highest chance to win. Then we're just gonna do some damage. I'm gonna go for a Death Rattle, and then we do Ordinary for draw. Wielding Scythe should work out just fine, and the fight should be over with a Sickle Thrust. Oh yeah, those debuffs are stacking up hard. Okay, we do manage to get through. Big damage being done. Arcana Break is going to give us a little bit of healing, as well as Stagger. Resist. Okay, we almost get her staggered, but I think she'll go down before that happens. Knight's Protection. 2 of us are now affected. And there's only... Oh, boy. That's Arcana Slave. Yeah. Well... It's time to face yourself. And then we'll go Will of the Prescript, and we will go Vanish. Ow. Amaterasu takes a bit of damage. And it's time to face yourself. Ooh, cool.
A hero like me, looking like this. What a disgrace. I can't give up. The people I need are in that city. If I break down here, I...
Why am I a villain? It was an accident. It wasn't intentional. Stop. That monster is not me. That ugly thing is not who I wanted to be. This time it's different. It will be different. I have to help everyone.
That is my sole mission, and my reason for existing. It wasn't for me. I ran away for everyone. If I get trapped again, I won't be able to save people. I won't be able to fulfill my mission as the magical girl of love. A hero can't be selfish. This is not a rationalization. I only act for someone else and you know it. Stop it. I'm the chosen one. What on earth do you think I am? No! I'm not the Queen of Hatred. I'm the magical girl of love.
Don't trample on my reason for existence.
Oh, hello, girls.
No. No. No, no, no.
Yeah, you get the idea.
No. No, no, no. Running away is not being a hero. Hurting people is not being a hero. Hating peace is not being a hero. Being selfish is not being a hero.
I am. Perhaps it was a simple coincidence that I found my way there a long time ago. For fear of hurting someone again, I wanted to begin my journey to nowhere again. He told me that this laboratory was a place that will cure the diseases of the people of the city. That with my help, we can accelerate the healing of the minds. Maybe I'm sick too.
Maybe I can be cured too.
With a glimmer of hope.
I entrusted my body to someone else for the first time. But there was no place for me to stand on their stage. Constant experimentation, constant mutation, accumulating deaths, repeated suffering. Those nightmarish days when only fragmented emotions were constantly fluctuating.
There were times when I felt sad and miserable, struggling with guilt. I tried to somehow save my sinking self from the abyss. If only my life had ended then. At least I would have met my end as a human being.
I wonder if it was their experiment that didn't work, or was it my will? I wore a mask to not lose my hypocritical sense of justice. I wore a mask to hide my fear of peace. I wore a mask to hide the ugly, broken me. I wore a mask to reclaim a hero's name that will never be mine. I wore a mask to endure the excruciating guilt. I wore a mask, the only reason I live to not be denied. I wore a mask of excuses and rationalizations, and slowly morphed into the monster I didn't want to be.
I only realize it now. It's not the villains who threaten innocent civilians. It's not a researcher who has misled me with lies. It's not the library that locked my friends in books. It's not the mission of being a magical girl, or the one who has cursed me. The being that led me to the abyss was just my hatred nature. If I'm really the villain, should I turn away all help? Maybe I was just a horrible monster, not a magical girl after all. Was it fate? Was it my nature to fear peace like a villain? Why did she trust me? Did I really love justice? Is this what an abnormality is like? What is a hero? What is a villain? The Queen of Hatred, the magical girl of love, which is my true name. What was my name?
I don't know anymore.
Persona. I'm sorry. Look, that's funny. That was not a. Oh my! Her health, bro. What?
Magical girl?
Oh boy. If currently at the floor of natural sciences, abnormality pages of the Queen of Hatred will not appear. Gain Arcana abnormality page at the start of the act. At the start of the fourth scene, gain all abnormality pages of the Queen of Hatred that the character does not have. Love. Or no.
Love.
Upon winning a clash, all allies recover 2 to 3 HP and stagger resist.
Hate.
Upon losing a clash, take 2 stagger damage and give 1 to 2 damage up to all allies next scene, up to 3 times per scene. Whispering. At the start of the clash, lower the minimum and maximum roll values of all dice on opponent's page by the number of abnormality pages on them. So that's overall pretty strong. Because that's effectively, well, actually it's -2 right now to Tiferet, because technically she has 2. And then Shattering Masks. Summon 1 out of 3 masks. If the character does not have Catastrophe at the start of the scene, HP cannot drop below 250. Whenever the mask is removed, set the cost of the page with the highest cost in hand to 0 and lower max stagger resist by 180. Hysteria. If Hysteria is at 10 or higher at the end of the scene, remove certain passive ability from the mask. Upon recovering from being staggered, or when hysteria is at 25 or higher at the end of the scene, give 2 strength, endurance, and haste to all allies next scene, and inflict catastrophe to self and all enemies. And Abyss. Gain 4 counter die, a block 4 to 8, block 4 to 8, evade 4 to 8, and evade 4 to 8 at combat start. Crumbling Love. On use, restore 1 light. On hit, recover 5 HP. Light of Hatred. On use, draw 1 page at the start of the next scene. On hit, recover HP equal to the roll. Oh. Wandering Justice. Start of clash, all dice on this page lose 5 power. In the name of Hero. On clash, lose lower max value of the last dice by 1, up to twice, and on hit, gain 2 strength next scene, and inflict 3 bind next scene. In the name of Villain. On hit, inflict 2 fragile next scene, and on hit, inflict 2 disarm next scene. And Broken Grail. On use, at the end of the scene, gain an abnormality page of the Queen of Hatred that the user does not have. On clash, lose, increase hysteria by 3, up to 3 times. And Mask, Magical Girl. Memento Oblivion. While this character is alive, at the start of each scene, librarians lose light or discard pages equal to the number of awakening breakdown pages that they have. Oh. Cannot become staggered. HP does not drop below 1 if Persona's Hysteria is at 10 or higher at the end of the scene. Destroy this passive ability. And Abyss. Gain 5 counter dice, slash 3 to 8, pierce 3 to 8, blunt 3 to 8, block 3 to 8, and evade 3 to 8. Okay.
Like all beings,
that sleep in the library.
I too am writing a book. Oblivion.
Pain. Nihil. Hypnosis. Excuses. Hypocrisy. Greed.
Happiness.
Wrath.
Courage.
Despair.
Justice. And the now all too familiar love
and hate.
With all my emotions, I spill the story of eternity on this stage.
A story of the only happiness shattered into pieces. A story about how I lost myself in a false mission.
A story of breaking out of a painful cycle. A story about no villains, no heroes, just me. Bluer than justice.
Redder than love. I swear by the light here.
To beings who love and hate, buried in knowledge. I'll show you my stage. My infinitely foolish stage.
And so it begins. Things are getting tricky. Anyway, I guess there's no way to send her off nicely. Even though she was an abnormality, I wonder if those feelings still remained. It's a bit surprising. Whatever you do, calming her down is the first priority. Then so it begins. Memento Oblivion. So we discard 1 page. Oh no, we took Despair, so everyone is gonna discard something. Oof. Oh, that sucks. Alright. Stained Gold. Whoa. 6 to 10, 7 to 11, 8 to 12. On hit, deal 10 damage and recover 25 HP. Oh my... Bro, what is that? Holy, bro. Okay. That's... Broken Wand. On use, deal 10 damage to self, gain 2 strength next scene. On hit, inflict 1 erosion to all enemies. On hit, inflict 1 erosion to all enemies. And on hit, inflict 3 erosion. Oh. Arcana beats. On use, mark target for the next scene. On Clash Win, make all dice on opponent's page roll 1. Ooh. And Clown Show. If opponent has an abnormality page, the first die on this page will win the clash regardless of the result. So it permanently wins because we took Despair. On Clash Lose, inflict 2 erosion and fragile to all enemies next scene, and reuse this page next scene. Ugh, so you just never want to win against that. Oh, Arcana. Whoa. Single ally. At the end of each scene, exhaust all pages and... It's shimmering. Okay. Should have seen that one coming. Hey, wait a minute. Ninth got... Wait, ninth is what it used to be. Okay. We'll try to win that. Up a damn off win. Actually, you know what? Great Serpent's Impact. You're probably going to be the one to die first, so I will go with that. Let's go with Augury Kick. Never mind, we can't win against it, so I'm not even going to try, because it's literally only going to go bad. This is not good. Vanish into Shadows might work. Boy, I really wish I would have had a full deck of Despair Tiferet. That actually would have been amazing, but we just didn't roll it. And I don't think you can re-roll her pages either. We're going to go for Sickle Thrust. And then I am going to go for... Dame. Then over here, I am going to go for Pokey Poke. Yeah. Yeah, Pokey Poke, Vertical Slash, and then we literally don't have any more pages. Okay, Augury Kick, not working out very well for us. 27 damage being done to us. Holy, that is a lot of pages. Okay, Vanish didn't end up working at all. Stained Gold, almost worked. Clown Show, dealing a good amount of damage to us. Sickle Thrust, we do manage to get through a lot of those pages. Okay, Dame. Okay, Vertical Slash, doing enough damage. Okay, Knight's Protection. For more protection. Let's see. Intemperance. On... Kinsey. And then we can do... Nihil. Interestingly, is there a world where this is actually the time to go clown build? Is this where Amaterasu actually shines? Let me think. If you were to go clown build, you only have one ego page. No. Technically, you would have 2 ego pages. Interesting. Really interesting. This might be the time that Amaterasu actually gets to do clown build. Like, for example, look at this. We can immediately put it to good use. That is interesting. I don't think there's really a world we win these clashes, I gotta be honest. So we'll go here. Then I will go for Nihil! And we'll just go for that. Wielding Scythe has a decent chance to win. Let's see. This has a good chance to debuff if we can land it. We're gonna try. Angel's Light should still restore some of our stuff. We also deal a bit... Actually, you know what? Let's do it over here so we do a bit of stagger. Frayed Sword. Dice on this page deal damage equal to dice value times 2% of target's max health. That's so nasty. Face yourself. Then I'm actually going to hold off and I think just let Tifrith take the damage. Now, you know what? If I can be of help. And then Appetite my friends. Heal! Okay, tiny bit of damage being done. Face yourself! That works really well against Broken Grail, actually. If I can be of help, also doing wondrous things because of all those debuffs. Hopefully, Amaterasu does not end up getting staggered, but we're going to see it's getting awfully close. Okay. Wielding Scythe, doing really, really good. Angel's Light, also working out. Can't be staggered, but we technically did get the stagger. Baka baka. Okay, we have a lot more health to go through. Now, 3 of us are going to be protected at all times. Hopefully, that actually means something. Oh, you just got a new ego page. You have both love and hate. Okay, makes sense. We can go for opening ceremony. Ooh. I don't think that's really gonna work out for us, but you know what? I'm gonna try. Tifrith can't do anything. Let's see, we can go for... You're still mega debuffed. Maybe we can make some of these clashes work. Let's go crunch 'em. Then, Frayed Sword, we go g-g-g-g-g. I'm gonna go Vanish into Shadows, just to try. Then we go Sickle Thrust. We go Dame Dame. And then, that's all we can do at the moment. Okay. Ouch. We do take a little bit of damage. By the way, these animations for, Persona are actually, like, they're really good. Like, I'm finding myself really liking her stuff so far. Not to mention, it feels very fitting. Like, the writing was a little iffy at times, but honestly, all of the effects and everything are turning out so good. Like, this is a really well-made mod. You can tell. We are going to go for Magical Girls on Amaterasu, just to try. Sword Sharpened with Tears might work out for us. Oh, what do you have now? You have Justice. Oh, I see. So you have all 3. Okay, gotcha. Love, hate, and justice. Okay. How much is that gonna do? Arcana Slave. On hit, boosts the minimum and maximum values of the next die by +1. Oh. And on hit, all allies recover 20 stagger resist and 20 HP. That's, ooh, that's real bad. I'm gonna go for Repressed Flesh. You are not as debuffed as I want you to be. And then we'll go for the justice and balance of this land. To try and hit both. We discarded like our only page, so I'm just gonna try. Let's see. Even if we lose this clash, that's fine, because then Amaterasu is gonna get stacked up. Nihil! Then, over here, oh, we guaranteed roll... Actually, yeah, we do roll a 1. Dang. Let's go... Boom. And then... This will give us extra survivability. Then we go multi-slash, and then we just hold because we literally can't do anything else. Well, let's hope that debuff helps us out. Nihil! Are you tired of me saying that yet? big AoE damage going down. Not to mention we do a little bit of erosion. The mask of the magical girl falls. And because we used our ego page, unfortunately we did not get to see the firing animation of the laser. Unfortunate. Ooh, our ego page procs, so we got rid of all of her pages, but she hits us very hard with Arcana Beats. Okay, the debuffing is working out very, very nicely for us. We're getting through most of her pages, no problem. We're also really starting to stack up the damage because of the erosion that she has on her. Oh. Mask L Corp. Memento Hypnosis. While this character is alive, at the start of each scene, dice of enemies with 3 or more abnormality pages will become unaffected by power gain or loss for the scene. Fading memories cannot become staggered. HP does not drop below 1. If Persona's Hysteria is at 10 or higher at the end of the scene, destroy this passive ability. And Abyss. Slash 3 to 8, Pierce 3 to 8, and Blunt 3 to 8. Instinct Release. On use, if target has an abnormality page, give 5 protection to all allies next scene. Ah, that's always going off. And Gestalt Collapse. On use, all dice on this page gain this die is rolled, number of abnormality pages, Ooh, and you're going for Tifrith with that, so that's just gonna roll... what, 3 times, give or take? Ah, and we are... what? We're not discarding anymore. That's nice. Anesthesia. Combat start. If user loses or wins a clash during the scene, user's hysteria will be increased or reduced by 1. On use, reduce user's hysteria to 0. On clash lose, inflict power nullify this scene. Okay. So, if you lose, it's increased. So, if we go for Angel's Light, we should win. Okay. I'm with you. That's gonna hurt no matter what we do. Man, do we have... let's see, we could do a Sickle Thrust. It should only roll 1 extra time, so that's pretty good. Vanish into Shadows will also be very helpful for us. Let's see, we can do Will of the Prescript, and then a Multi-Slash. Yeah, and let's just do that. Okay, we do lose a clash, that's fine. It actually gives us a stack of Killer Clown. Vertical Slash working out pretty nicely for us. Okay, Sickle Thrust almost works out completely. Okay, good, good. Angel's Light working out for us. We do take a little bit of damage. All of us are looking pretty dang low on the old health. Gestalt Collapse, Impulse Control. On use, deal 15 damage to self. All dice on this page lose 4 power. On hit, all allies recover 25 HP and stagger resist. Deal 10 damage to all enemies with abnormality pages. Ugh. Oh, they're not good, and I can't stop you either. Oof. Oof, that's painful. Okay, let's see. We can stop that. We can stop this. Let's see, we can go for 9th. I have a feeling it might not even work, though. She has a lot of stats. I don't think she has any strength, though. Or, endurance, rather. We're not going to be able to make use of Nihil just yet, so we're going to go for Spirit Descent, just to keep Amaterasu alive. Let's see, we're not really able to stop anything else. So I'm going to go Angel's Light. Let's go Dame Dame. And then I will go for Baka Baka. Okay. Well, unfortunately, Amaterasu does end up going down. Now, that does mean that we are going to be able to protect all 3 of our characters now, but unfortunately, Amaterasu going down does spell bad news. Also, the amount of healing being done is kind of crazy. Most of our damage is just being done through the erosion proc right now, actually. Ouch, that is a lot of extra healing for them. Okay, ooh. Interesting. We don't have access to the max level, huh? Huh, that's real interesting. Okay, you're going for Arcana beats. Honestly, I don't think I can stop you, so I'm just gonna go for the Sword Sharpened with Tears, just to try. Actually, alternatively... You know what? Hang on. I'm gonna take my friends. We can make one more use out of Nihil before losing it. I'm gonna go for Facing Yourself. Then... Oh, you know what? Change of plans. We're going Facing Yourself right here. And then Arcana Break will have 2 extra power. So we're just gonna hope that that's enough. Then over here on Soul Saw, I'm gonna go for Wielding Scythe. We're gonna go for Vanish. Then we will go Spirit Descent, Multi-Slash. Okay, we debuff them for this turn and the next, and that is the last time we're gonna be able to do it. So, hopefully, we're able to make quite good use out of it. Big damage being done from Kinsey. Pretty sure we just had our passive proc. Yeah, we never mind. We must have had it proc sooner, actually. Unrelenting. Okay. Multi-slash. If we can take out this mask, that would be ideal. Luckily, we are going to prevent quite a bit of healing, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. We're not able to use Nyx. Acidic Sludge would be good. However, we don't have Kinsey. You know what? I'm going to go for Void. And we're going to do it on Soul Saw. Then, I'm going to go for Gold Rush, just in case. Oh, here we go again, huh? Exhaust all pages. Yeah, honestly, I think we want to do it. So let's see, what pages do we want to save? Sickle Thrust is very good. Angel's Light is very good. And Dame Dame. That way we can still have some draw. Then it's time for All Returns to Void. Okay, then we are going to go for Horizontal Slash. Hopefully that's enough. And we can go for Vertical Slash as well. Oh boy. That is such a sick animation. I'm so sad we didn't get to see that the first time. Now, luckily, we are still doing quite a bit of damage. So it's definitely not over, but it's really not looking good. The fact that our Tifrith floor is as strong as it is kind of the only reason that we are still going strong. Not to mention, we are, you know, really leaning on the whole erosion deal. So you're staggered, so I'm gonna go for you. Ideally. Catastrophe. Take double damage. Oh. Oh, that not good. Oh, that real bad. Ooh, well. Spirit Defense. Banish into shadows. Multi-slash. And we can't go for... Oh, we can go for it. Actually, do we want to abuse it? Do we want to use it again? Yeah. Why not? I mean, it prevents us from dying. Funny enough, how fitting is it that, wow. How fitting is it that Psycho Clown is actually like a very, very good strategy here? IMO? Very. Issue? I think we did. I think we giga did. You're all still debuffed, at least for the moment. Ah, that's all we got. Okay. Our counter dice helps, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. Sickle Thrust doing good damage. We have one block. Ah! Fine. I mean, to be fair, we didn't have Lily, so, I mean, you know, it's kind of... Alright, we'll bring Lily, fine. I just thought it'd be more fitting if Lily wasn't there, because she uses Queenie stuff.
Darkness.
Okay, so we did get Evil Tiferet this time. So the amount of debuffs that we're going to be applying is going to be significantly higher. Not to mention, we do also have Lily, who is going to be helping us out quite a bit. As you see. I mean, so far so good. Ouch! Okay, Kinsey takes, like, basically half of her entire health in one hit. Okay, nothing that we can't deal with. The extra erosion that we have, honestly, is powerful to the point where I think maybe, you know, Kinsey probably shouldn't have the erosion, but oh well. Magical girls. Okay, we're also going to go for the sword, sharpened with tears. Okay, Amaterasu, you need to lose a clash. That is going to be hard to do. Actually, you know what? Alright, you know what? For fair's fair, we'll let Kinsey get got, right? I know. It's kind of lame to just let a character get sacked, but at the same time, I mean, we gotta do something. There's clearly too much power being dished out here. You know what? We can go for all of our free stuff. We go boom, boom. I mean, chances are we can bring her down to her 250 mark. Let's see. Lily, you are going to do big damage. And then we're going to go for Angel's Light. We'll just see what happens. We'll take this round a little easier. Okay, Angel's Light working out relatively well for us. Wandering Justice doing a ton of damage. And Kinsey has the Unrelenting go off. Now, I don't think we can kill the L-Corp mask yet, because we do still need to win some clashes. Okay, we need to win 2 more. Yep, Unrelenting is still going. I know it might be hard to hear, just because YouTube compresses the out of my videos, but even the sound effects are just so good. So let's see. Man, Arcana Break really just does not want to be, doesn't want to work, does it? Interesting, hang on. So you don't die unless she's hysteric, right? Okay. I understand. So we need to get her hysteric and kill the L-Corp mask in the same turn. Okay. Well, we do have quite a bit of power to do that, so we'll do stab. We'll do Arcana Break because it has +2. Ooh, the paralysis might help. We'll do Vertical Slash. And then we will do... In the name of love and justice. Okay, that should work out nicely for us. And then... I think we should be able to win with that. Yeah, and then we'll go for a little bit of healing. Maybe we won't. There's a big chance that this loses a clash, so we're gonna go for it. Because Amaterasu needs to lose some clashes. Easier said than done at the moment, I'm afraid. Okay. Let's try this. Okay, so we technically lost a clash, although it didn't seem to work. Okay, a little bit of hysteria is growing. A little bit of health restored, that's fine. Hysteria is at 7. I think we did it. I think we mathed it out. Okay, 11. Okay, Kinsey does go down. Big damage being done to her. Ouch. We take a little bit of damage. She heals for a lot. We didn't get any hits on her for some reason. Although we are now catastrophic, which means that she can go down. Okay. Oh boy. That's gonna hurt no matter what we do. Let's go Starry Memories. And then we can do Horizontal. Horizontal again. Let's see. Will of the Prescript. I mean, chances are we lose that, so I'm just going to go for it. And then we will recover some of our stats. Let's see. We do need to stop a little bit of that damage that she's doing. So let's go for In Light of Justice. And then we'll do this. Okay, and then we can Wish Dream just to counteract that a little bit. Yeah, I think we roll with this. This should be enough. Okay, you get staggered because of Hysteric. You're locked at 250 health, that's fine. Oh man, that double damage. Okay, we lose a clash. But then immediately Amaterasu dies. We also all take a lot of damage. Okay, we need to kill this mask. Like, this mask should have already been dead. We'll do Void. And then we'll do In the Name of Love and Hate. Okay. You gotta go. That should kill. Just in case it doesn't. That will get through the first one, which should be enough. I mean, I don't see how you survive this one. Okay, good. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't see how you get away from that one. The library. Memento Void. While this character is alive, at the start of each scene, 3 enemies with the highest number of abnormality pages become unable to gain emotion points. Well, it's a little late for that. Okay, an Abyss. What you got? Salvation. Purge all status ailments from all allies for the scene. All allies become immune to status ailments. On Clash Win, all allies recover 50 HP and stagger resist. And Fluctuating Mind. For this scene, if target uses an ego page, they will be staggered after use. On hit up to twice, gain 1 strength. Hope. Mass individual combat start. Gain 2 strength and endurance as seen. On hit, give 1 strength and endurance to all other allies as seen. Oh, that can get out of hand fast. Fourth wall. If dice on this page hit 3 or more times, all enemies become uncontrollable and target random characters, including allies, for the next scene. On clash lose, increase hysteria by 3 up to 3 times. Heartbreak. On clash lose, lower max value of last die by 1 up to twice. On hit, inflict 2 feeble next scene and gain 3 haste next scene. Halter. On hit, gain 2 protection next scene and 2 endurance next scene. And monologue. Start of clash, offensive dice on opponent's page gain +5 power. That's funny. So you're monologuing, which lets us get a cheap shot on you. That's really funny. Okay. So let's go stab, because that should win no problem. Wielding scythe should also get through no problem. And then we go for Wish Dream. Honestly, I think we'll get through. Then, for everything else, let's go Sickle Thrust. Let's go... Let's see, if we gain +5 power on everything, we may as well just go for Vanish into Shadows. And then we can go for Multi-Slash over here. Then, I'm gonna go for Facing Yourself. Then we can go for Vertical Slash. And I will go for Stab. Actually, Tifrith will become staggered, because technically this is an ego page, I believe. But, you know what? That's just, it is what it is. We'll do In the Name of Justice. For Love. And all returns to void. Get him! That was a sick animation. Okay, they caught me monologuing. A little bit of health restored. Oh, Lily does end up going down. Facing Yourself, doing big damage, but I believe we're going to get staggered. Ooh, and we get taken down before we're able to do anything else. Heartbreak is not going to do nearly enough. Vertical Slash is doing quite a bit of good damage, though. I think we lose. Oh yeah, we're uncontrollable. Now, what part of it was the uncontrollable thing? If dice on this page hit 3 or more times. Oh wow, it hit all. Wow. Seriously, it hit every single time? Okay, well, let's just see what Tifrith decides to do then. Not a good start, considering she died to the first freaking page. Oh, man, we even got the God roll that time. We had depressed Tifrith. No.
Well then, let us begin with hope.
Alright, our goal is to win some clashes. Okay, catching her monologuing does appear to have helped a bit. Ooh, she has so much strength though. Ouch! Not to mention us taking double damage, and she doesn't care about the double damage at the moment, is very nasty. Vertical Slash is going to help us out, not to mention we do have quite a bit of power behind all of Tifrith's hits. We want to get the Library Mask as low health as physically possible. After all, it needs to die for us to finish this reception, and it is also the third and final mask. Okay. Oh, boy. Oh, wait, what? She did not hit all 3 times. What? No, she did not hit all 3 times. What? Okay, that's a little lame. I don't know why that happened. That actually shouldn't be the case, but okay, I guess we'll just roll with it. Maybe it's just a Tifrith exclusive thing? I don't know. I could have sworn it did not, though. I don't know. Okay, mass individual. +5 strength. I think we can potentially stop some of this. Let's see. And then I'm gonna go... We need to win this clash. We could just go for Arcana Slave. And truthfully, I think I'm going to. And then we'll go for Mend Weapon, and I'm also going to go for a Wish Dream. This is really gonna hurt no matter what happens, though, so just roll with it. Arcana Slave misses by 1 point. Okay, we also don't get to see her animation, unfortunately. Okay, Wish Dream does give us a little bit of healing. Okay, she's at 10 Hysteria. That means that we can now kill the Mask of the Library. It's a shame we're doing damage to ourselves because we need every bit of health that we can get. Okay, Counter Dice does not end up working out for us. Ouch. Ouch, there goes Lily. Oof. Okay, Multi-Slash actually working out for us, though. Ooh, I'm surprised Kinsey didn't go down. We didn't get level 5 of OP Tifrith, so I guess we're just gonna go with the extra strength. Okay. So let's see, you are allowed to die. So what I'm gonna do... Oh, Hypocrisy. On use, offensive dice on this page gain power equal to the number of abnormality pages on the target. On hit, destroy all abnormality pages. Oh, that's what happened. Oh. You destroyed all of my quote-quote abnormality pages. Ah. I see. Huh. Okay, well, we need to take out the library mask, and we have a lot of strength to try and do so. She is also very close to being staggered right now. We don't have Face Yourself. Let's see. Straw. Okay. Let's just roll with what we got. Okay, Counter Dice not working out. Solsa does go down. Very close to getting a stagger on her. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's going to be enough. There goes our passive. Okay, if we can just take out the library mask. 27 damage is a good start. One more hit. And down goes the mask of the library. I'm gonna go for Acidic Sludge. Judge me if you must. And we'll go for Nihil! Okay, does she have new passives or anything? I don't think so. Arcana Beats, Halter, Heartbreak, Fourth Wall, and Lovesick. Mass Summonation, if I can't fathom even my own heart. On hit, deal 8 damage to each other. And this is a mass summonation, so we're not really going to be able to stop this. So let's go for Arcana Break. Okay, and then we are just going to do our absolute darndest. This will give us a lot of extra strength, but I'm kind of afraid to try and go for that. If we had enough for it, I would go just to try and stagger her, but it doesn't look like that's gonna be what happens. Let's protect our friends. And let's see what happens. fading light. What can we expect from mere existence? Who's to say?
To you, the first person to reach out to me in the dark.
To you, who believed in me until the very end, even at the bottom of the abyss. To you, who still looks at me in this very moment.
I confess my cowardice, which I tried to hide under a mask. I'm the hero that everybody praised. A villain with a selfish desire for peace. A magical girl searching for her past name. A monster that would never be called by the world. Right now, I can't even find a reason to exist here. Because I'm just a foolish little girl.
And because I know that it's a miserable fate that I've brought upon myself.
I lament my freedom from the sin. Oh, sorrow that I love. Oh, sorrow that pities me. Just once, just this time, help me break the cycle of suffering. Please help me break that ugly mask. Let me weep from the bottom of my heart.
Can I ask you something?
What's up?
How did it feel when you synchronized with that abnormality? I haven't heard your impressions of your first corrosion yet.
You're asking too soon. It was hard to tell where her hatred was directed. Villains, peace, or herself. I felt like I was wandering around like a lost child. Well, thanks to her, I was less twisted and less ugly. Like I've lost something, but still had a clear goal.
So what was it like when you met her this time?
I thought she was just a reckless monster, but I have mixed feelings about it. Seems like she has her own story. But I think I figured it out. No matter what you do, you can't go back to those happy times. And when you realize that you were the cause and that you can't break the cycle, you're left with a sense of nothingness. And since you can't move forward, you only look in the past, just as always.
I see.
What about you? Did you feel anything?
We have seen many possibilities of the library. Reviving the dead, turning back time. Even I, a machine, have become closer to being human. But I didn't know it had this kind of possibility. It's nearly impossible to find another reason in an abnormality that is the embodiment of emotion itself. I wonder if it's because it's the closest abnormality to a human being. Though, because it's rare for an abnormality to have two opposing ideas, like love and hate, at the same time. Notably, the Queen of Hatred was an abnormality that was intelligent enough to make her own phone calls.
I've seen a lot of abnormalities here, but this one was particularly different. In appearance, in atmosphere, in behavior. Of course, other abnormalities on the floor of natural sciences are similar. You said she was discovered very early on, right? That's probably why. But no matter how close to human she may be, she's still an abnormality. How did she express such complex emotions?
The books in the library may change their content each time you read them, but they never contain lies. They express the inner self as it is. Since she was originally an abnormality with two sides, this must have been the first time she had to face her true self as a monster. That must have been confusing. Perhaps In the process of the first suppression by Tiferet, the two selves were stabilized, and a new self was born. Although the appearance was the same, it's possible that she had actually continued to build up her own ego in the floor of natural sciences. And this time, I think that, as the body was reconstructed with the light, a phenomenon similar to distortion occurred as the ego was shaken again. Since the original was an abnormality, it's not certain whether the voice had any influence. It was also an unstable form.
I guess it makes sense that she was half crazy at first. I'm a little surprised she didn't create her own villain, given that she could create any environment she wanted. Still, that's quite a change for an abnormality. Tiferet was also surprised, saying that the comfort I gave her back then seemed to have a butterfly effect. Well, I'm sure she'll be back to playing hero like she always does before long, although she did mention it herself.
I'm not so sure. As you know, an abnormality is pure emotion itself, and even if it appears different for a short time, it will revert back to its original form unless its essence changes. All the abnormalities in the Lobotomy Corporation were like that. The abnormalities in the other branches are probably the same, although I haven't seen them directly. But this case is not easy to judge. Although it's been adapted so that librarians can use it, it's unusual to extract such a standardized book from an abnormality. Just as we are able to use the ego of the abnormalities through resonance, could there be another potential of them? Maybe it will make a difference. It won't be big, but it might help the library.
Well, is it that easy to awaken someone who doesn't even know who they are? Life that has been rotting underground for 1,000,000 years won't change immediately just because it collapses like this. This cycle's not easily broken. Like a vicious swamp. No matter how hard you struggle to get out, you just sink and sink again. And then, eventually, she will turn away from other people's pain and go back to the way she was before. Because she, too, will only value the pain she carries. Yeah, looking at it this way, this is the collection of talents perfect for the city. It'd be more interesting to see them outside the library than I thought.
You know what, Roland? Actually, out of all the abnormalities, I despised the Queen of Hatred the most. It's not just because her management procedures are strict. I was disgusted that she thinks she's a hero after committing such things. Because there is nothing more vicious and dangerous than selfish justice. Because the mind that is determined to do something for someone else is truly terrifying and ugly. But did that being want to escape from sin and pain? If she didn't do that, she would collapse and the pain would become unbearable. Was it pride or fear that prevented her from seeing the others being trampled? If that's not the case, is there any other way, other than the obviously wrong one, to be free of that terrible pain? Is it really true that love and hate are the same thing, just like she said? After all, I also love and hate that person. Sorry, the existence of abnormalities is still an unknown territory. Today is the last day to explore the possibilities of the library. From now on, it would be better to focus on the one true book. Well done, Roland. There's not much time left until the reception, so keep up the good work.
Well, okay. Because there isn't much time left.
Alrighty, with that, I believe that's gonna do it for this episode of The Library of Ruina. I did intend to do a bit more in this episode, but this obviously was a lot longer than I expected. But what did I think? I thought this was a Class A reception. I do have a couple problems with it. Notably, I think the writing could probably be shortened by a lot. I think you could say the same with fewer words, if you sort of catch what I'm saying. Like, for example, there was a lot of repeating the same thing over and over and over. I think you could just mush it into one solid, and it could probably be fine. Obviously, I'm not a writer or anything, but that's one random guy's opinion on the internet. As for the reception, I thought it was cool. I don't know how you're supposed to do this without a really strong team like we had. Those numbers are brutal. But, I mean, obviously, it is a modded reception, and it was probably made with the idea of OP in mind. So, whatever. But, yeah, overall, the artwork, mwah. The gameplay, mwah. The writing, and the balance, So overall, it receives an A rank from me. But yeah, so overall, very, very good reception. I'm glad I played it. But in the next one, we are going to continue our ever-long quest to complete every mod ever. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you
In the next one.
Bye.